Hey you guys, thank you for clicking onto my video. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you guys about things I wish I've known before coming a CNA. I just wish I knew some of these things before going into the job, or at least doing a little bit more research. So if you guys want to hear about the things I wish I'd known before becoming a CNA, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I wish I've known before becoming a CNA is ask a lot of questions. Ask anybody that you think you've known who's been a CNA or had prior experience before becoming a CNA. I just wish I would have asked more questions more about the job, because I really didn't know what I was getting into. I kind of was like, it was just perfect. Becoming a CNA was just the perfect job. Especially if I'm like, it's not, especially if it was my first hospital job, healthcare job. I just thought everything was rainbows and butterflies, lilies. It was a perfect world. Another thing that I wish I've known was not everybody is like you. Everyone's different. That's just something I've had other jobs, but I didn't think that will apply to this. Like, it's just your values that people aren't, people's values are very different from yours. Not everybody cares for the patient the same way you do, and people do have various versions of like showing care, being empathetic, sympathetic. Everybody is just different in general. Another thing is that there is crazy amount of poop and pee. Oh my gosh, it's just a lot. It's a lot of poop and pee. I didn't think it was, I knew it was part of the job, but I didn't think it was the main part of the job. Like, I didn't think it was up here.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I just thought, like, I don't know what I thought. Don't judge me. I just thought it was less of poop and pee and more like patient interaction. It was just new for me. Another thing is that you are in the patient's room a lot, like way more than the doctors and the nurses. I know like the nurses do their rounds, but from what I've seen is mainly to like give meds and do like assessments. I know admissions assessments. That's just what I've seen. Just a lot of like patient interaction. I know going into it, I thought like we go in, get the vitals, get out, and then that's it. I didn't think it was like conversations. It just didn't think, Another thing is that you really have to advocate for the patients you're taking care of, and that honestly goes like both ways for like the nurses and the CNAs. Like, if as a CNA, if you see something going on with the patient and like the nurse completely overlooks it, then you really have to be on their butt. Like, hey, this patient's saying they're in pain, they haven't gotten their pain medicine since this amount of hours, and then you just have to basically have like that open line of communication with that nurse. And if you feel like that nurse is not doing her job the best way you think she can, then you just go above her head. I didn't think coming into this job that you really have to like advocate for the patients. But of course the patients advocate for themselves, but at the same time the nurse or the doctors may not understand their pain tolerance. So you just have to come in and be like, hey, she needs something, so you got to take care of it. The thing is that the nurses tend to not help as much. Going into it, I thought it was all about teamwork. Everyone basically I was thinking like everyone is the same coming onto the floor. I thought, you know, we're here to take care of the patients and get them better. You know, I didn't think it was like, oh, I'm not a CNA, so you have to do it. I just feel like there should be more teamwork within the nurses and CNAs, because I get that like the nurses, they do a lot. They have a lot of charting, a lot of pain medicine to give out, but then, you know, CNAs are also in the room cleaning, getting vitals, giving bed baths, and we just need to be there to just help each other out. Also, not everyone is as clean as you. There are gonna be some unclean patients, but you just gotta keep a straight face, you know, or just try and like figure out a way to tell the patient that, hey, we need to tidy up a little bit in here. I know when I like do my vitals, I usually go in the room and like be like, hey, I noticed that you're finished with that, do you need me to take that? And then I just like every round just like make sure the room is clean, just take care of like any linens that I see just laying around in the room. I just make sure everything is just neat. I don't like clutter, so I just make sure the room is like, so I can go in there, see everything, see where everything's at, make sure I'm not knocking over anything. So I just need to be able to see what's in there. And then also when like their family members come in, they may think that like the hospital staff isn't keeping the room as clean as it should be, when it's the patients themselves. This job is very, very hard. Coming into it, I thought it was gonna be easy. I thought it was just caring and taking vitals, being nice, and I don't know, I just thought it was gonna be easy. And you know, when I got the job and I noticed how much work the CNAs had to do, I was like, well, dang, this is gonna be a lot of work. And like there were days when I trained in the morning where there was 2 CNAs for like every 10 patients, and you know, we barely got a chance to sit down and eat or at least take a break, because it was just so hard. It was a lot of patients, people needed things, people need their bath done, and then people were getting admitted, discharged. It was just, it's a lot of things going on, at least in the hospital setting. You can get some crazy wild patients. You'll get patients that'll scream, yell, cuss, hit, I've heard bite, but yeah, it's just, people can get really crazy. I know when I have floated to a different floor, I had took care of 2 male patients. I believe one was like 18 and completely bedbound, and the other male patient was way older, I think like 80 plus years old, and they were both aggressive. They both like to kick. Both of them was madly aggressive and way stronger than me, and one of them like grabbed me up by my neck, by the, you know, the rim of my shirt, and was just like, no, don't touch me, and just all this crazy stuff. The older guy just like the kick, punch, cuss, oh my gosh, grab. So that's a lot, it's a lot. I know I had this one lady on my on the floor that I was on, that she just liked to scream and yell. Yeah, you can get some crazy patients. But yeah, that's it. I think that's it. I think those are all the things I wish I've known. If you guys have any comments, just leave them down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But yeah, thanks for watching.